Hey guys, sorry about that. Apparently my internet freaked out and just shut off the video feed and then obviously didn't decide to save it. So I'm gonna do it again. Hopefully it works this time. But anyways, I wanted to pop on. I apologize. I know it's late. I know it's like 9:30 at night, but it's a Saturday, so hopefully everybody's still awake. But I wanted to tell you about my day. I wanted to tell you about how my day went today. So obviously this pertains to LipSense, but I wanted to start with when I first started with LipSense. So anybody that knows me knows that when I meet you in person, I am a talker. I love to talk. Obviously, I'll pretty much tell you anything. But when it comes to social media and Facebook and things like that, I try to only post the positive. I try not to post, too many personal things and things like that. But so after today, which I'll get to, I promise, I reflected a lot about how I started on this journey, and I felt like it was important that I touched on it, I should say. So I wanted to say, when I first got started, I got started at the end of May. I was in a really, really bad place, in my life. For anybody that knows me personally, I had major back surgery last May and went through all that. It was a problem that I didn't even realize that I had. And, some issues came up after my pregnancy, found out I had, the problems that I did, got it fixed, ended up having to live with my parents all last summer, and then went back to work, got hurt at work, and long story short, ended up having hip surgery this May. So I have kind of been on this roller coaster, I should say, for the last 2 years, but more than that, it's been like 8 years. When I was 23 years old, I woke up one day covered in hives. My hands were so swollen that I literally couldn't even do this. My lips were swollen, my face was swollen, my eyes were swollen shut. And I went to, the first year that it started, I went to 6 different doctors. This is when I lived in Tennessee. And I actually had one of them tell me it was in my head and gave me breathing exercises to work on. He told me it was stress. So that's where all this started. So long story short, at the end of May, I was pretty much at the end of my rope. I was still covered in hives. I still had this severe joint pain. I had all these weird symptoms. I had been told I had all these bizarre different things that were wrong with me, and they put me on all these different medicines, and it made me crazy, and it made me feel crazy, and nothing helped. And so anyways, then I had back surgery, then I had hip surgery, and I'm 31. And so you can imagine my frustration when I have almost a 2-year-old when you're 31 and someone says, for the second summer in a row, you can't take care of her by yourself. So I'm living with my parents again this summer. I'm home now, thank God, and it's all behind me, which is great. But when I found LipSense at the end of May, that's the point in my life that I was at. I felt like I was so frustrated and I was just spinning my wheels and I couldn't get anywhere, and nobody was giving me the answers that I wanted. Nobody was giving me an answer, period, as to why I broke my neck and my back and my hip before I'm the age of 31 and I didn't fall off a cliff. That's not normal. That's not normal. And why I'm covered in head to toe welts this big. Nobody could give me an answer. So that's the point that I was at the end of May. So anyways, I'm sitting on the patio with my mom, obviously living with my mom, and my parents are helping me, and my mother-in-law, thank God, were helping me with my little girl. And I see this post on Facebook about this girl that we were friends in college. We'd always been friends, and she was talking about this LipSense and how it changed her life and all this kind of stuff and yada, yada, yada. And I'm thinking, okay, sure. A sales pitch as always. But for whatever reason, I messaged her. I just felt compelled to send her a message, so I did. And she said, it's changed my life. Yeah, it's makeup. I mean, come on. But she was like, you have to try this stuff. It makes you feel amazing. It makes you feel beautiful. It actually does what it says it's going to do, that sort of thing. So I thought, okay, I'll try it just like anybody else out there. I'll try something new. I've used the same makeup for 16 years or whatever it was. I'll try something new, and I did, and it lasted, and it worked like they said it would. And I legitimately signed up to be a distributor that night because I thought, this is the first positive thing in my life in a while. As dramatic as that sounds. And I thought, this is something fun for me to do. This is a way for me to break out of my shell and be more personable. And I've never been a selfie person. I used to I mean, between me and you, I used to like make fun of people that were like selfie every day, and now I'm that girl, and I don't care. I don't care that I'm that girl because I believe in what I'm doing. But that is honestly not why I'm on here right now. Why I'm on here right now is because, so long story short, I got comfortable, I believed in the products, and I started building my team. And a girl that I have been friends with for years and years, we met when I lived in Tennessee, like 10 years ago at this point. The first night I lived in Tennessee, she was my neighbor, and we met outside because she was outside walking her dog, and I'm that crazy neighbor when I first move in that's going to come out and be like, hey, be my friend, here's my number. That was me. So anyways, we became best friends instantly. She was my age. It like happened that we were neighbors, and it was perfect. She was in nursing school. I was getting ready to enter into nursing school, that sort of thing. So we became friends. And so long story short, this past January, she went through something that I would never wish on my worst enemy in the world. Her entire world came crashing down, and it was something, it was mental illness. It was something that she had to deal with. It was something that she had to get through on her own. She had to figure out the problem. She had to do it. None of us could help her. And I remember her calling me in January one night, and Olivia was being crazy. That's my daughter. She was screaming and yelling, and my husband was home. And, my friend called me, and she was like, I need to talk to you. And, when your friends call you like that, you can just hear it in their voice that something's wrong. And so, of course, I told Craig, who's my husband, like, I have to take this call. I have to. So went outside. We ended up talking for an hour. She talked to me about everything that happened, that sort of thing, talked her through it. I would never in a million years be judgmental. I would never in a million years be hurtful. I only wanted to encourage her, but I could never in a million years imagine what she was going through. So over the last 8 months, she has worked on herself. She's gone through rehab. She's gone through therapy. She's gone through everything that she has to go through to get where she needs to be now. And anybody that lives in the Valley, anybody that lives in Pittsburgh, I'm going to cry. Anybody that lives in the tri-state area, we have all lost somebody. Sorry, guys. We've all lost somebody. So, for her to be able to get through that was phenomenal. Was the best thing that I ever saw. Anyways, so about a week ago, I promise I'm going to wrap it up and I'm not going to cry the whole time, guys. So about a week ago, she messaged me because for whatever reason, she had decided to try LipSense at one of our mutual friends' bachelorette parties, which is so crazy. And she did, and she loved it. And so obviously she messaged me and said, I want to be involved in this. I feel like the Sunny Sisterhood, which is, Senegens is the big company. We call it the Sunny Sisterhood. I want to be involved in this. I want to get involved in this organization because she had heard from other people, how empowering it is and how supportive everybody is and how understanding everybody is and how everybody is here for everybody. Everybody goes through hard times. Everybody goes through different walks of life. And it's absolutely amazing to me to be a part of such an amazing organization that people, they don't judge you. They help you and they support you. So anyways, she got her products today in the mail and she went live twice today, which I was so proud of her. And she started her own sales group and did everything that she was supposed to be. But the thing that she said tonight, which it was the whole reason that made me get on here, that I wanted to quote was, I couldn't, it brought me to tears. It honestly brought me to tears. She quoted Eleanor Roosevelt and she said, this is the girl that I'm talking about. She said, you gain strength, courage, and confidence by every experience in which you really stop to look fear in the face. You must do the thing that you think you cannot do. And then she ended it with her own quote and she said, do something that scares you. And that literally brought me to tears because, like I said, I was never a selfie person and I was not in a good place when I started doing this. And this sisterhood, this organization, this team that I'm on I know I say it's changed my life and people probably think, oh yeah, that's a line, that's a pitch, that's whatever. But I I can't describe the amount of support that I've gotten from these people and the amount of friends that I've made and the connections that I've made just from talking online, just about makeup. And of course, you know, everybody, like I said, is in a different walk of life, but everybody has problems. Everybody has problems. And to be a part of such an amazing organization has, I've never been so thankful for something in my entire life. So, you know, long story short, thank you girls so much for supporting me and listening to me ramble on and do my demos and, you know, run my sales and all that sort of thing, and supporting me and helping me and being positive. And I can say today, I have never gotten not one mean comment or negative comment from you girls, from you ladies. That to me is phenomenal. There's over 1,100 people in my group, and you know, there's always, you know, one bad egg or whatever they say, but everybody has been supportive and been sweet and been nice. And I just want to say thank you so much. And I'm so thankful for this opportunity. And I'm so thankful to be a part of such an amazing thing. And I love you all. And if you ever need someone to talk to, if you ever need support, if you ever need anything, even if, you know, obviously, even if it's not makeup, like, we've all been there. And I'm always open. I'm always open to talk. And, you know, do something that scares you. That to me, I thought, you know, that's exactly what I did without even realizing I was doing it. So live your life like that. Do something that scares you in a positive way, and it will change your life. So anyways, it's Saturday night. I hope you guys are having a good night. Thanks for hanging in with me, and we'll chat soon. All right, girls. Bye.